ReviewTyme is the home for all things theme parks. Stay up to date with our content by subscribing and turning on notifications. Opening to the public on August 29, 2011, Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, opened as the most remote Disney resort ever built, and one of only 3 standalone resorts located in an area without any Disney theme parks. Designed by famed Imagineer Joe Rohde, the resort embodies the soul of Hawaii and has received critical acclaim for embracing the local culture. But the resort hasn't always been looked at so favourably, and its history was filled with ups and downs. Why did Disney decide to build a resort so far away from any of their theme parks, for perhaps the riskiest resort project they've ever embarked on? For ReviewTyme, I'm Dominic, and this is the story of Aulani, Disney's remote Hawaiian resort. In the early 1990s, the Walt Disney Company founded their brand new timeshare service called Disney Vacation Club, limited to one hotel, the Disney Vacation Club Resort, now known as Old Key West at Walt Disney World. The initial pitch for the service promised to expand to other locations around the world beyond just Walt Disney World, with resorts constructed and operated by Disney. After the endeavor proved to be a major success, Disney rapidly expanded beyond their Central Florida location and constructed Vero Beach Resort and Hilton Head Island Resort, fulfilling their end of the bargain for an expansion beyond the parks. A year later, after the construction of the Boardwalk Inn, which included both DVC villas and standard hotel rooms at Walt Disney World, Disney found a new tactic which would bring further success for the DVC program. Instead of constructing new resorts with new facilities and themes, Disney decided to expand upon their already established resorts with exclusive DVC villa expansions. Both Wilderness Lodge and Beach Club Resort saw major expansions and refurbishments designed to accommodate the offerings of DVC. During this time, Disney conducted a survey on consumer trends and found that many American families with the means to afford it will often decide upon either a Disney theme park vacation or a Hawaiian getaway in any given year. Expanding to Hawaii made sense for the Disney company, because even if a family decided to go to Hawaii instead of their theme parks, Disney could still lure them into their resort for the ideal getaway under the comfort of the established Disney brand. But even though Disney were very serious about the expansion to Hawaii, it would take many years to find a suitable location for their endeavor. They were originally eyeing off the island of Oahu, home of Honolulu, but due to strict construction laws and regulations, Disney were unable to find a location that would accommodate their grand master plan. Whilst Disney searched for their prime location, a relatively unremarkable resort called Olina sat nestled against a small cove on the southwestern side of the island. Located in an area that was used as a retreat for the Hawaiian king and queen, the land was purchased in the 1980s by a Hawaiian developer and a Japanese investor looking to make an expansive resort along the entire cove. Construction started in the area on one of the hotels and a golf course, but after the Japanese economy took a turn, the investor merely didn't have the funds to continue the grand scheme. In the late 1990s, a new development company purchased the Olina Resort with the intention to further develop the land once again. This provided the perfect opportunity for Disney, who came on board for the project and purchased 21 acres alongside Olina to build their ambitious resort. After years of speculation and demand from the community, Disney announced the project to the public in 2007. Unlike the Disney community, Hawaiians weren't thrilled about the project. The locals were already concerned about the overdevelopment of their home, and many feared that the addition of Disney would lead to further commercialization of the Hawaiian culture. To make matters worse, in 2008 the US economy would experience a major downturn, which would have Disney questioning the future of the DVC program. But a Disney problem requires a Disney solution. Not willing to forfeit the project, Disney moved forward, creating an advisory council of Hawaiian elders to guide Aulani. They wanted to ensure that every element of the resort was authentic, from the design of the building to the names of the restaurants. If it didn't fly with the elders, it didn't fly for Disney. This council would see public perception change to be in Disney's favour, but the economic problem still loomed over the project. Instead of relying solely on DVC members, Disney opted for a 50-50 split of the resort between timeshares and regular hotel rooms. Since the area was popular with Japanese tourists, this meant that Disney was not relying merely on the US economy, and instead could find comfort in a global market. The unintentional side effect of this was that the resort would become a middle ground for American guests interested in the Tokyo Disney Resort and Japanese guests wanting to visit Disneyland and Walt Disney World. In 2010, Disney unveiled the name Aulani to the public, alongside the sale of DVC memberships for the resort. Aulani opened on August 29, 2011, to massive acclaim. The first thing that many visitors will notice is Aulani's striking design, featuring wooden accents and natural colours which complement its surroundings. Imagineer Joe Rohde was the lead designer for the Aulani project, and it is well deserved after his work on Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Guests enter into the Maka'ala lobby, a beautiful curved archway reminiscent of traditional Hawaiian canoe houses, which is also where the logo gets its design. Joe Rohde mentions that Maka'ala does several things all at once. It is a warm and welcoming place that expresses the spirit of aloha, acceptance, and inclusion. But it also announces that this place, where you have arrived, Hawaii, is a special, unique, and important place, and that there are stories to be learned here that you may not know. It also suggests the feeling of elegance and artistry, which is consistent with true Hawaiian culture. As guests proceed out of the lobby, they find themselves amongst the two towers of Aulani, with the Waikolohe Valley between them. Waikolohe means mischievous water, and the area serves as a small water park, spa, and pool nestled between the two towering buildings, which uses many natural elements to convey the resort's connection with the land and sea. Aulani in its modern form is gigantic, with 351 hotel rooms and 481 timeshare villas that are part of Disney Vacation Club. The resort is rich with experiences, which Disney felt came as a necessity, because whilst no guest goes to the resort expecting a theme park, they still expect a higher level of entertainment from the Disney brand, and for the price that they're paying, it's easy to see why. Aulani is not cheap, with a standard view room featuring either two queens or a king starting at $549 US per night. This gradually increases to an ocean view room, featuring the same amenities for $754 US per night. The price increases with the DVC 1, 2, or 3 bedroom villas, which includes amenities such as a kitchenette, with the most expensive option being the 3-bedroom Grand Villa Ocean View room for $3,139 US per night. At this price, guests expect the Disney difference, which the resort goes the extra mile to provide. Included in your stay at Aulani is fire pit storytelling, which will sometimes feature stories from Moana herself, live entertainment from Hawaii's most renowned musicians and storytellers, the high-tech Menebune adventure trails, and Aunty's Beach House, which is a supervised activity center for the kids where they can enjoy games, movies, and even the eventual Disney meet and greet. Whether guests seek excitement or relaxation, Aulani offers something for everybody, with their highly regarded nighttime luau embarking on a culinary and cultural journey celebrating the legends, people, and natural wonders of Hawaii. Food lovers can also rejoice in the incredible selection of 9 dining options, including 4 restaurants. Whilst many of these serve cocktails and light meals alongside the beach or pools, the 2 signature dining experiences are Makahiki, a buffet-style restaurant featuring Disney's character dining experience, or Ama Ama, a table service restaurant serving modernized classic Hawaiian cuisine in an open-air environment overlooking Olina Beach. Whilst characters are featured around the resort including Mickey and Moana, they make sure to stagger their visits, as the Elder Council thought that frequent encounters with Disney characters would distract guests from being able to fully enjoy that which Hawaii has to offer. Visiting the Aulani resort is a special opportunity for many guests, and Disney embraces that with venues for weddings, honeymoons, vow renewals, family reunions, and more. The resort is part of Disney's fairy tale weddings, which can turn magic into a reality for a nominal fee. But even without a celebration, many will remark on what an incredible place Aulani is to visit. Whilst incredibly expensive, many cite the experience of the resort as being entirely worth it, and considering the high praise from reviews, it appears to be unanimous across the board. Ultimately, a stay at Aulani is a luxury, but many are willing to save for that extra special Disney vacation, and sometimes it's nice to spend some time away from the crowds of the theme parks to soak up sun and relax in the water. ReviewTyme would love to one day review the resort itself, but in the meantime, what are your thoughts on the resort, and have you been there? We'd love to know about your experiences at Aulani. For the home of all things theme parks, I'm Dominic from ReviewTyme. Thanks for watching.